This
We have
conference will
new
now be
topic
recorded.
today, but let me ask you questions from our previous class. Ayhan, do you remember what happened after the collapse of the Arab Empire and Azerbaijan became independent or no? Do you remember what happened?
Let me look.
Yeah. I didn't get sorry. What you said? What happened after after Arabian Empire collapsed and divided into? Oh, Melech, what about you? Do you know what happened? Do you remember our previous class?
Yeah, no.
So our people created their own independent states, yes. So one of them was Sajids, Salarids, Shirvanshahs, Shaddadids, and Rabadids kingdoms, yes. They were independent kingdoms. Some of them only included northern part of Azerbaijan, such as Shirvanshah and Shaddadids, but some of them was actually was a great empires, such as Sajids kingdom, included not only one part of Azerbaijan, but also the whole Azerbaijani territories, yes, southern part and northern parts. They united Azerbaijani territories. Do you remember Yusuf ibn Abu Saj? He was a stronger emperor. He broke away from Arab Empire, stopped to pay tax to Arabs. Yes, he said that I'm independent ruler. I don't need to pay tax or tribute to the Arabs. Yes.
Yeah,
this
independent.
Yes, he even issued coin bearing his name on it. Yes, if you produce coins with your name, it means that you are independent ruler. Yeah, we discussed this issue. Yes. So, but do you remember which state was the center, the capital seat of this state was Baku? Do you remember that? İçeri şehir or we discussed this issue, yes. So that I told that Baku was the capital seat of Shirvanshah's kingdom, yes. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Okay, good. The Shirvanshah's kingdom. What else? So we also discussed Khudaferin Bridge, yes. So it is located on the Araz River even today. So it was built during the Shaddadids kingdom, by the military purpose or something trade purpose. I don't know exactly. Maybe both of them. Okay. So overall, what we learned from our previous lesson, Azerbaijan, the following the collapse of Arabian Empire, declared its independence. Azerbaijan once again became the independent state. So, but the problem was that this state was not did not last for a long time. Yes, they collapsed. One of them replaced another one. Yes, even Sajid's kingdom, if you remember, only existed 40-60 years in Azerbaijan. Yes, it was not enough. But which one was the longest lasting state in Azerbaijan, guys? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was. I don't have the
Yeah, it's no problem. But
it was. I know the name, but yeah.
Yes, you are right. So it existed in Azerbaijan more than 600 years. Yes. But this state never included southern part of Azerbaijan. It only existed in northern part of Azerbaijan, unfortunately. But so it was small kingdom. But what is important of the existence of this empire, as a state, is that they never lost their independence. Actually, that's why it's important for us. As well as Baku was the capital seat of Shirvanshah kingdom. What you see in Baku is related to Shirvanshah's kingdom today. İçeri şehir, yes, and the Maiden Tower and Merdechan, Nardaran castles, all of them are related to Shirvanshah's kingdom actually. Okay, that's all. So today we have a new topic, and today we are going to talk about Russia's Slavic attacks to Azerbaijan. So first of all, let me to share my presentation with you. Jamil isn't here today. Okay, Ayhan and Melech, have you ever heard about Slavic tribes, Slavic
Yeah,
peoples?
I have.
Who are they? Where they live in the past and today?
I don't know, but I've heard of them.
You heard about them. So, okay, good. Ayhan, what about you? Have you ever heard about Slavs? Oh, how can I say? Let me try.
No.
Slavs.
Can I guess?
Yep. For example,
Is it like slaves?
Yes. What?
Slaves.
Slaves. Yes. Slavic slaves or Slavic tribe, the Slavic people. Yes. So, in order to understand who were they, we should understand who is our ancestor. So our ancestors are Oghuz Turks, yes, Oghuz tribes. For example, when it comes to British people, their ancestors are Anglo-Saxon tribes, yes. But the Slavic tribes, they are ancestors of modern Russians, Ukrainians, or Serbs, or Czech Republic, people living in Czech Republic, and that's all. Look, today Melech left. Why?
Because she has because the computer has like
She has problem in computer.
Yeah, like she can't feel properly.
Okay, so Ayhan, do you see map? So this is the map, shows in which territories the slaves, Slavic people were living in the past. Yes, even today. Yes, you see in which territory? In which territory? In Russia, in Czech Republic, in Poland, in Serbia, in the Bulgaria. Yes, in Belarusia. Yes, the blue territories, blue areas are the areas where slaves or Slavic people are living today. Yes, not only today. So this is the historical lands where slaves or Slavic people lived actually. So, but we can actually classify Slavic people into several parts, into several groups. Yes, I can. For example, slaves or West Slavs or Southern slaves, yes, or Slavic people. Can you please look at the chiefly so the East slaves? Which nations today are included to the East slaves? Ayhan, do you think?
East or
yes,
East
slaves. They are Belarusians, yes, Russians, yes, and Ukrainians, yes. Am I right? But what about West slaves or Slavic people?
Czechs, Polish,
yes, Polish, and Slovaks, yes, and mainly the Central Europe, yes, or Central Western Europe, yeah. So what about Southern Slavs, slaves? What about them?
Bulgarian, Croats, Macedonians, Montenegarians, Serbs, and Slovenians.
Yeah, look at here, please. Let me to show the map. Here is the South slaves, yes, because they are living in the southern part of Europe, Eastern Europe, yes. So when it comes to Western slaves, they were living in Central Europe, mainly in Western Europe, let's say. But on the other hand, Eastern slaves, they were living in Eastern Europe, in Russia, Ukraine, today's Ukraine, and Belarus, yeah. So when I'm talking about them, I would like to read Melech as well, but it seems that she is not able to join again. Yeah, Ayhan. Should we wait for him? Should we wait for her or no?
Wait.
Oh, Melech has already arrived. Okay, good. Melech.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you fix your problem?
Yes.
Okay, Melech, we are talking about slaves or Slavic people, their historical lands and where they are living today. Yes. They are one of the ancient tribes, one of the largest ethno-linguistic groups living in Europe, yes, like the Anglo-Saxon tribes, German tribes, yes. So we can classify, Melech, the Slavic people into several groups. One of them is East slaves, or another one is West slaves, and the last one is the South slaves, yes. The Melech, look,
Yes.
the South slaves are today mainly live in the southern part of Europe. They are Bosnians, Bulgarians, Croats, and Macedonians, and Serbs, yes, and Slovenes. When it comes to the Western slaves, Slavic people, they are living in Central Europe, in Czech Republic, in the Poland, yes, and Slovakia, yes. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the largest group of Slavics, they are living in Russia today. Yes, they are called guys Eastern slaves or Slavic people. It includes the Belarusians, Russians, and Ukrainians. So why I'm talking about the Slavic people? Because in starting from the 9th century, they started to attack Azerbaijan. Yes. You see, this here is a Caspian Sea, as you see. Yes, Azerbaijan is located here. Okay, let me change the color. Here, the Caspian Sea. Yes, you see, they were living in neighborhood with Azerbaijan. Yes, Azerbaijan is. So what was the problem? Why they were attacking to Azerbaijan? That's interesting question. Actually, but before, let's talk about what was the first state of Slavic people, Slavic tribes. In 1882, sorry, 882, the Vikings. Do you know Vikings or normal? No, yeah. Have you ever heard about them? Most probably yes, because there is also cartoon or movies related to the Vikings. Yes, am I right? Oh. So, as you know, where they are living, guys. Where they were living, guys. Do you know Vikings? Where they were living. In Sweden, in Norway, yes.
Yeah.
Am I right? They were living in the Sweden or the Norway or Denmark. They are usually called the northern people, Norse people, because they were living in northern part of the Europe. Yes. So, but in 882, a group of Viking tribes they came to Kiev, today's Ukrainian territories. Yes, they created new state. It was called Kievan Rus state. Kievan Rus state. Rus, as now the Russian name. Actually, the name of Russia comes from Kievan Rus state. Yes, so they were Vikings. But you may ask question, why they came to Russia, and then why they came to Kiev, and why they created Russian state, Slavic state. But they were not Slavics, yes. But why they created Slavic state? Yeah. What do you think, guys? Why they created Slavic state, but they were not Slavics? They were just Vikings, northern people. Came from the Europe to the Russian territories, Ukrainian territories, and they created new state, which was a Russian state or Slavic state. Do you understand me? The Vikings came to Kiev and created a new state, which was called Kievan Rus state. Yes. Anyway, okay. They did first the Slavics, Eastern Slavics, they created new state which was called Kievan Rus state. So when they created this state, over the time the state became stronger. Yes, so they started to attack neighboring countries. This first Slavic state. Yes, one of the target became Azerbaijan. Why Azerbaijan? Because first of all, Azerbaijan, Azerbaijan has been always attractive to the occupiers. Yes, because why? Because Azerbaijan has rich and fruitful lands. Azerbaijan is full of the resources, as well as it is located in a very strategic position. What makes Azerbaijan strategic? Because Azerbaijan was located on the trade routes. Yes, the international trade route. That's why always our neighboring countries wanted to occupy Azerbaijan territories. Do you understand why Slavics wanted to occupy Azerbaijan, guys? Melech? What was the purpose of Slavics? Melech, did you understand?
Mm-hmm.
And why?
Because they're occupying our territories.
Why? What was the purpose? Why not the other territories, but especially Azerbaijan? Why they?
Because Azerbaijan was very rich.
Let's not tell the rich, but Azerbaijan just was located on a trade route. Yes, so it means that they wanted to get the control of trade routes. Yes, to get let's say taxes from the trade route. So do you have information about Silk Road, International Silk Road?
No.
So it was International Silk Road. It was starting from the China and passed through the Azerbaijan as well, and went to the Europe. Yes, the Azerbaijan was getting huge benefit from the Silk Road. So Azerbaijan was one of the main country located on the trade road, Silk trade road. Yes, that's why always our neighboring countries always try to occupy Azerbaijan territories to take control of trade routes, as well as Azerbaijan had the very fruitful and let's say productive lands. Yes, do you understand me? That's why Azerbaijan was very attractive to the Slavics. Slavics had created their own state, new state. Yeah. Yes, but it was not enough. In order to make state bigger, they needed money. Yes,
And
they needed more lands. Yes, but where this new state was located, let's look at the map, guys. You see, this is the Black Sea. Black Sea. You see, this is the Caspian Sea. Let me change color. Yeah, yes, this is the Caspian Sea where Azerbaijan was located on the coast, yes, of Caspian Sea. But Kievan Rus state, new Russian state, yes, and it's the first, guys, it is the first Russian state in the history, okay? You understand me? Eastern Slavics created this state, yeah? So they wanted to occupy Azerbaijan because of, I already mentioned the reasons. Azerbaijan was located on the trade road. Azerbaijan had the productive lands, yes, so they wanted to occupy Azerbaijan as well. So they created their own state in Ukraine. In Kiev was the capital city of this state. So they moved to Azerbaijan, Caspian Sea. But do you know what is interesting? The interesting side is that they didn't attack Azerbaijan from the land. Yes, they attacked Azerbaijan from where? From the Caspian Sea. Yes, do you know Vikings? Have you watched movie related to the Vikings? Yes. Do you know that they were skillful sailors? Yes. Malech, what about you? Yeah, they were sailors. Yes. So capable sailors. So they usually attacked to any territory from the sea because they had military ships and they had military skills by using military ships as well. So and that's why they wanted to attack Azerbaijan from the sea, from the Caspian Sea, not from the land. The first attack, actually, they started the first attacks were small scale, actually. So they first attacked to the Caspian Sea coastal areas of Caspian Sea. For example, in 914, they started the first and a large scale attack to the Baku. At the beginning, they attacked Baku and destroyed the whole city and they killed many people in Baku. Yeah. At that time, Baku was not oil city. That oil was not famous, and there were few people living in Baku, but they suffered from the Slavic attacks. Yes, because they killed almost all people in Baku, women, children. They didn't care about anyone in the city. They almost destroyed and burned the city. And but guys, it was not how can I say? It was not the last attack of the Slavics to Azerbaijan. Yes, it actually, the Slavic attacks lasted more than 1,000 years. Do you understand? 200 years. 1,000, what was it? 200 years. These attacks started at the end of 9th century and lasted until the middle of 11th century. 200 years approximately, yes. So if I ask you a question, where they were first attacked in Azerbaijan, guys, where? Baku, yes. Why Baku, guys? Why especially Baku was attacked by the Slavics?
Because it
was the most
there were the neighbouring territories and it was near the Caspian Sea.
Yeah, of course, it was one of the main port city in Caspian Sea, yes. So as I mentioned before, they were attacking from the Caspian Sea by military ships. That's why Baku became the first target of the attack, yes. Okay, but guys, please keep in your mind this map because this is important to show the road. Let's say that. So from where they attacked Azerbaijan? From the Ukraine, yes. They first came to the Northern Caucasus, then attacked from the Caspian Sea, they attacked Azerbaijan. Okay, once again, guys, what was the reason they attacked Azerbaijan? Why Azerbaijan was important for them?
Because
Caspian Sea.
Because,
because the Slavics were like a small tribe and they needed land and money, and it was next to Caspian Sea.
Yes, to make their state bigger or the stronger, they needed money, or not money, resources. Yes, any resource or lands, then more fruitful lands. They found these stuffs in Azerbaijan. Actually, they thought that Azerbaijan was the richest country in the region and in neighboring territories. That's why they attacked. On the other hand, why they attacked Azerbaijan? There wasn't a political stability in Azerbaijan, yes, because, for example, they couldn't attack, let's say, Byzantium Empire because it was strong empire, yes, maybe. So then they couldn't attack Khazar Khaganate. It was also strong empire. So, but why Azerbaijan became target? Because Azerbaijan was weak at that time, guys. Although we had independent states, we already discussed Shirvanshah's kingdom, Salarid, Sajid's kingdom, yes. Not Sajid's kingdom, but Salarid and Shirvanshah's kingdom, because Sajid had already been declined, let's say. So, but guys, keep in your mind that one of the largest scale military attack of the Slavics to Azerbaijan happened in 944. They attacked Azerbaijan from the Caspian Sea again, yes, But at that time, the target did not become Baku. Yes, because Baku was not a rich city at that time, guys. Yes, do you understand me? There wasn't oil at that time. It wasn't located on the trade routes. Yes, so they needed to destroy or to capture the one of the most important city in Azerbaijan at that time. Yes, the richest city, which was located in the trade route, which was the trade center. Yes, richest city. Yes, which city was
the
it?
richest city Baku?
No, Baku wasn't the richest city at that time. Baku was not
Baku
even.
was
It was Barda.
I heard.
Barda. Yeah, have you heard about Barda, city of Azerbaijan?
Yeah.
Yes,
but
especially.
Baku was very
Yeah, do you remember during Second
Limited.
Karabakh War? Yeah, do you remember during the Second Karabakh War, Armenians shelled the center of the Barda and caused many deaths, casualties in Barda. Do you remember that? Barda is actually, even today, is one of the main cities in Azerbaijan, but when it comes to the 9th century or 10th century, Barda was the most important city in Azerbaijan, guys. Why? Because it was the richest and city, it was a trade center. Yes. If city is trade center, guys, yes. Do you understand what I mean trade center? It is located on the trade roads. Many merchants come to here to sell or buy something. Yes. That's what the city becomes rich. Yes. Do you understand me? Yeah. So do you know what was the name of Barda at that time? Barda was usually called the mother of Aran. Mother of Aran. What does it mean, mother of Aran? What do you think, guys? Why it was called mother of Aran? Aran, let's say, was Azerbaijan. Yes, Azerbaijan was sometimes called Aran in medieval ages. Yes. Why do you think it was called mother of Azerbaijan?
Because was it because it was like the motherland?
No. Because, guys, what does it mean, mother? Yes. Let's compare it with the Baku. But today, the Baku is the mother of Azerbaijan. Why? Because this is the most important city in today. Yes, in terms of development, it is the richest city. Yes, most developed city in Azerbaijan today in Baku. Yes, but when it comes to the Slavic period, when Slavics attacked Azerbaijan, Barda was the most important city. Yes, do you understand? Because of its importance, it was usually called Mother of Azerbaijan, Mother of Aran. Aran is the name of Azerbaijan actually in the medieval age. Yes. Do you understand me? Why it's called Mother of Aran? Do you understand
Yeah,
why?
because Aran was the name of Azerbaijan.
Yes. So it was like a capital city. Yes. Do you understand me? It wasn't capital city, but it was much important than capital city because of the development of city. I can't. So do you understand why Slavics chose to attack Barda city? Yeah. Why? Because the city was the most flourishing city in Azerbaijan. Yes, trade center. It was the trade center. There were many merchants here, richest people living in Barda, and the famous marketplace was located here. And the people, it really was rich actually here. That's why they chose to attack Barda. Do you know even this attack, and I'm usually calling this attack a 944 attack of Slavics to Azerbaijan, or Barda tragedy, or Barda attack. So why? Because first of all, it's usually said that the Slavics even had intention to capture the Barda and make it their own capital city. Do you understand? So they wanted to create new state in Azerbaijan, actually. Slavics, yes. So to make the capital Barda as a capital city of their state, new state. Yes. But what happened, do you think? Do you think did they capture Barda or not? What do you think? Did they get the Barda city or it wasn't a successful attack? Yeah, this is the symbolic, let's say, symbolic. How can I say? How can I call it? Maquette or something, model of the Barda city. Yes, do you see? Barda
Yes.
city was actually surrounded by the river at that time. So you see there were many buildings and mosques and marketplace in the Barda city. So it was well defended city, yes, by the castle. So it was not so easy to actually capture the Barda city. But Slavics, they attacked Barda and they killed many people here and they destroyed almost all city. Yes.
Can I ask a
And
question?
they remain.
Sorry.
Yes, of course.
So did the river serve as a kind of moat?
Hmm?
Did the river serve as a moat?
Yes. I'm not mistaken, this river is called Ter river. It's actually, even today, it's passing through the Barda city. So, but in the past, they used this river to protect city from the enemies, from the attacks. Yes, but Slavics, as you know, Slavics were they were some skillful sailors. Yes, it wasn't a matter for them to pass the river and attack in the city. Yes, so but the question is that Barda is not located on the Caspian Sea. Yes, but how they attack to the Barda? Barda is actually located in the center of Azerbaijan. There is no any connection to Caspian Sea. Yes, look, let me to show you. Look, guys, Barda is located here. Yes, look, it's not on the Caspian Sea. It's not on the coast of Caspian Sea. Yes, but how they attack to the Barda? What do you think, guys? Any point? Any opinion? Ayhan, what do you think? So Barda was located in the center of Azerbaijan. There was no any access to Caspian Sea. Yes, it wasn't located on the Caspian Sea actually. They attacked Azerbaijan. Look, guys, this is Chur Riga. Yes, Chur and Arazi. Look, let me to, yeah. You see, they got most probable access from the Chur River. They used the Chur River to reach to the Barda. Yes, here. As you see, Chur River was running through the Azerbaijan, yes, and falling to the Caspian Sea. So that's why they most probably used Araz and Chur rivers, so to come to the Barda and attack to the Barda. Okay, as a result of Slavic attacks to the Barda, guys, the city was completely destroyed. They killed many people in Barda, so many people in Barda, as well as that they almost stayed here several months and killed approximately 20,000 inhabitants of the city. And but Malaj, would you like to ask a question? But why Azerbaijani state did not take any steps to prevent Slavics?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting question, yes, because if we are talking about 9th, 10th century, yes, there was independent Azerbaijan state, Salaris kingdom, yes, but why they didn't take any attempt to? First of all, guys, the reason was that, as I mentioned before, there was a political instability. What I mean by political instability, the ruler of Azerbaijan state, yes, Azerbaijan state, Merzban Muhammad, was fighting with internal enemies. Do you understand me what I mean internal enemies? There were a fight between Azerbaijani rulers to get control of Azerbaijan. Do you understand me? Internal conflict. Yes, I can. Do you understand me? That's why it wasn't possible to prevent Slavics attacking Azerbaijan. Especially Merzban Muhammad, he was Salaris king, and he actually wanted to defend city, yes, but he was given information that one of his enemies wants to take the power in Salaris kingdom. That's why he decided to return back, and he couldn't support Barda from the Slavics. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Arkan, what about you? So do you know when there is an internal conflict, guys, it is even more dangerous than any foreign attacks. For example, let's say that I am yes. So let's say that this class is the state, yes. So another class, let's say, another class wants to attack to our class, yes. If we have a conflict between each other, yes, let's say that I have a conflict with Ayhan or Malaj. Ayhan wants to take the leadership of this class. Malaj is not agree with that, yes, and of course it will be easy for your enemy as a class to attack your class, yes. Do you understand me? That's why it was the problem in Azerbaijan made situation easy for Slavics to attack the Azerbaijan territories. Yeah, so that's why Azerbaijani states, especially Salarit kingdom, because Barda was a part of Azerbaijan Salarit kingdom, so they couldn't do something to prevent Slavics because of the internal conflicts. Yes. So, but after several months, they left Azerbaijan. They left Barda city. What do you think, guys? Ayhan, can you please read this part? Look, this part.
Half a year, the city remained in the hands of Slavic. However, the residents of the local population and infectious diseases, dysentery, along Slavic, forced them to leave the city.
Yeah, did you understand? There were two reasons why Slavics left Barda city, and they left city under complete destruction. First of all, local people, yes, Barda people, yes, Barda population, they strongly resisted against Slavics, yes. They didn't have enough equipment, military equipment to stay in Azerbaijan for a long period of time, as well as, guys, there were infectious disease spreading in Barda and caused many Slavic soldiers deaths of the Slavic soldiers. Why did why? Because how this infectious disease spread in Barda, guys? Because they were eating what they found, and they ate something poisonous, and that's why they got infection from one of the fruit, if I'm not mistaken. As well as there were many dead bodies in the city, and they needed to be buried, yes, under the ground, but they didn't do it. That's why infectious disease spread quickly in Barda. They caused many soldiers' deaths. Yes, do you understand me? Two reasons.
Yes.
First of all, local people resisted, yes, as well as infectious disease caused many deaths among the Slavic soldiers. That's why they left Barda city. But the consequences of this attack was devastating for Azerbaijan, guys. Barda never became the so flourishing city again. It lost its previous reputation, trade center, yes. Actually, the development of city stopped with the Slavic attacks. This tragedy, Barda couldn't revive for a long period of time. And so in the next years, Azerbaijan rulers, they didn't try to repair the restored cities in previous period. That's why city declined. Overall, the city of Barda declined as a result of Slavic attacks. That's all. So on the other hand, so guys, you know why we couldn't stop the Slavics? Another reason is that we didn't have military ships in Caspian Sea to resist them, okay? Because they were mainly attacking from the Caspian Sea, but we didn't have military ships to stop them. That's why we became unsuccessful to stop them. And another reason was political instability, we already discussed, okay? That's all for today, guys. Let's do a quiz in order to understand topic well, okay? Do you want to do it independently or should I help you?
Can you help us with if we get stuck?
What? I didn't get, sorry.
If we can do it independently,
If we get stuck.
but
Yeah,
if
okay.
you don't understand,
Do it independently, okay? And if you have any question, ask, okay? Let's do it like that. Okay, can you please join Google Classroom? I'll share materials in Google Classroom. So guys, keep in your mind, it was the first Russian attacks to Azerbaijan. Yes. So you know today, and the Azerbaijanis usually don't like Russians. Yes. Why? Because they always wanted to occupy Azerbaijan territories. Yes. But that's my approach is different. So we had many enemies in the past. Even today, we have many enemies. But what I suggest is that rather than calling someone is our enemies, we should do something to make Azerbaijan stronger. Yes, we should do rather than blaming any state is our enemy. We should do our best to make Azerbaijan stronger state as an Azerbaijan citizen. Yeah. Okay, let me to share materials. We have two materials for today. One of them is quiz, another one is crossword. Yes. Let's start with quiz. Okay. Did you get or? I can't manage. Did you get my material?
yes.
Okay, perfect. Start, please.
I haven't got it. Oh, never mind.
Yes.
I have it. I got it.
It's in the chat.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah. If you want, I'll share in my screen as well. If you want, you can answer question on the screen. There are 10 questions, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 10 questions. Oh, I have made mistake here.
I'm stuck on number 4.
Yes, Malaj, which question?
4.
Cool. What were the negative consequences of the Slavic attacks for Barda city? Yeah, you want to now answer?
Yes, please.
So answer is, as I mentioned before, before the Slavic attacks to the Barda, yes, Barda was the most developed city in Azerbaijan, yes. But after that, Barda was left under the destruction, complete destruction. They never revived. The city completely declined. Do you understand me? The trade and development of the city stopped, actually. It was no longer a developed city, flourishing city, yes. Okay.
What was number 4 again?
So before Slavic attacks, Ayhan, the Barda was one of the most important and developed cities in Azerbaijan, yes. But what happened as a result of this Slavic attacks, it had a very negative impact on the Barda's development, because Barda's development stopped and city completely declined. It was no longer a flourishing city, yes. It was no longer a trade center, no longer developed city in Azerbaijan. It was replaced by the other. It gave place to other cities of Azerbaijan, for example, Tabriz or other cities, and yeah, Nakhchivan, let's say. The short answer is Barda city declined. Guys, when you have a holiday and a Christmas holiday, what time the Christmas holiday always starts in the UK? What time? And
it started on the 15th.
Okay, I'm not sure whether we will have a holiday or not, but in Azerbaijan we are going to the holiday after the 23 of December. I'm not sure about UK. I'll give you information about that. Okay. No, we haven't started yet.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm stuck on number 6. I don't understand it.
Same.
Number 6. So you remember I divided Slavic tribes into several groups, yes. So one of them was Eastern Slavs, the slaves, and Western Slavs and Southern Slavs. Eastern Slavs are today's Russians, Ukrainians, and Belarusians, yes. Western slaves or Slavics are the Polyaks or the Polish people or Poland, yes. The Czech Republic, the people were living in the Czech Republic.
So the Eastern one is the Slovaks.
Slovaks? No. Eastern one is Russians, Belarusians, and Ukrainians.
Oh.
But the Southern Slavs, they are Serbs, yes. Serbs, Bulgarians. Western slaves are Slovaks, Czechs. Okay.
The first one was Russians, Belarusians, and Slovaks.
No. First one is Russians and Belarusians.
Okay.
The second one are Slovaks and Czechs. And third one is Serbs.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. It's not so difficult to remember, to recall them. Why? Because the Slovaks and Czechs are living in Western Europe, yes, Central and Western Europe, and the Belarusian Russians are living in the Eastern Europe, yes, mainly, and then the Serbs are living in the southern part of Europe. That's why it's easy to remember them: Eastern slaves and Western slaves and southern slaves.
I'm done.
Okay, good, perfect. What about you, Ayhan?
I'm on number 7.
Okay, I'll wait. No worries.
I'm stuck on number 7.
7. Yeah, it's not problem. Answer question 8, please. It's not problem. I'll explain that. If I'm not mistaken, I haven't talked about this, or I gave brief information that it's called Russian state because of the Kievan Russias. Yes. So Kievan, the first Russian state was called Kievan Rus, Kievan Rus or Rus, something like that.
What was it called?
Kievan Rus. Let's write in chat. The first Russian state, first Eastern Slavic state, was called Kievan Rus state. Rus state. Look at chat, please. Why it was called Rus? It is a different issue, actually. The Rus, it comes from the Nordic language. I mean the Scandinavian language, yes. So it means the person who rows a boat.
What language was it in again?
Scandinavian language. One of the Sweden language, Norway language, I'm not sure. One of them. It comes from one of them. The meaning is that there's some person who rows boat. Now, because they were good sailors, yes, that's why.
Hang on.
Okay, let's start to discuss questions. First of all, we don't have time, that's why we should answer questions. First of all, why did Slavs attack Azerbaijan? What was the importance of Azerbaijan for them? Yes, Ayhan.
Money and land.
What?
You said money.
And land.
Money. The land. They were looking for productive lands. Azerbaijan was located on trade routes. Yes. Azerbaijan was located in strategic position, and Azerbaijan was attractive for the Russians, Slavics. Why? Because of the productive lands, many resources here. That's why. Especially Barda city was much more important for them because it was trade center and there were many people living here, rich people actually. That's okay. Good. Question number 2, Match.
I put 3.
You need to choose 2 options actually. Why could the Slavs attack Azerbaijan so easily? There wasn't state in Azerbaijan. It's not correct. Why? Because you know what? There was a state, Salarit kingdom. Yes, but there was a Salarit kingdom territory. So yes, am I right, Malaj?
Yes.
No, it's not correct option. We shouldn't choose it. So in the second one, Azerbaijan was under the Arab occupation. Is it correct?
Yes.
No. Azerbaijan had already got independence. We talked about that in our previous lesson, the last lesson, yes? Independent Azerbaijan. Yeah, it's not correct as well. So third option, slaves were mainly attacked into our territory from the Caspian Sea, yes? That's not easy for us to prevent them. Why? Because we didn't have a military ship. It's correct. Yes, one of the options is this one. The Slavic Kievan Rus state was stronger than Azerbaijan state existed at that time. Oh, sorry, you have to choose one option. What was your answer, Malaj?
Yeah.
Third one, yes?
For the third one, I can't see. For the third one, I put number 3.
So yeah, answer is 3. Yes, you are right. The last option is not.
That's what I
Yeah. Better off.
Option 4 is not correct. Why? Because Slavic Kievan state was not actually so stronger than Azerbaijan. Yes. What was the advantages? What was the how can I say? The stronger side of them was they had military ships, nothing else. Actually, they were not as strong Azerbaijan than Azerbaijan states. Just they had military ships. They attacked suddenly to Azerbaijan, and so that's why. Okay, answer is 3. They used mainly military ships. That's why they could easily attack Azerbaijan. There was a political instability in Azerbaijan as well, internal conflict.
Can I answer number 4?
4, yes, you can.
For number 4, I put it was no longer a locked city.
Yes, declined. The city was completely declined and left under the destruction. So none of Azerbaijani rulers actually made attempt to restore the previous reputation of this city. Yes, do you understand me? Question number 3, Ayhan.
3.
3, yeah. Why they left Barda city? Why they left Barda city?
Because affection disease.
Yes, one of them was a disease as well as the strong resistance of local people. Yes.
Okay.
But what about question 2? Option 2, is it correct?
No.
No, why? Because Azerbaijan rulers couldn't do something, yes, to prevent them. Yeah. Because of internal conflict between them, among them, let's say. So it says that number 4 says that Azerbaijani state created alliance against Slavs. No, we didn't do it. Okay, that's why they could easily attack Azerbaijan. So question number 5, and which Slavic tribes created Kievan Rus state? Which one? Which Slavs? Yeah. Western, Eastern, or Southern Slaves?
Southern.
No, it's Eastern. Ukrainians, Russians. They were Russians attacking to Azerbaijan. Eastern slaves, guys. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Russians, Kievian Russians. Do you know where is located Kiev today? It's a capital city of Ukraine, yes. Okay, question number 6.
We did number 6 together.
Yeah. Yes, you are right. But why modern Russian state is called Russia? Because the first Russian state was called Rus, yes?
Yeah, Kievan Rus state.
Kievan Rus state, yes, you are right. The Rus, it comes from the Scandinavian language, one of the Scandinavian languages. It means the person rows the boat. They were sailors, good sailors. That's why the sea, river, or boat, that's something played important role in their life. That's why. So question number 8. Kievan Rus, first East Slavic state, it was founded by
Vikings.
Yes, right. Who seized the Smolensk and Kiev in 882, which became the capital of Kievan Rus state. Modern Russian state. Yes, derives its name from the Kievan Rus, yes, ancestor of the today's Russians, Ukrainians, and Belarusians. Am I right?
Yeah, that's what I put. I got it right.
Yeah. So if you now, guys, Russia is our neighbors, yes. So even they have strong impact on Azerbaijan. They have influence over Azerbaijan. That's why you need to know who are their ancestors. Yes.
Yes.
Slavic slaves. So, but for example, our ancestors are all Turks, let's say. So, for example, ancestors of British people are the Anglo-Saxon tribes. Each nation has their own ancestors. That's why it's important to know each of them, or all of them. Why did the slaves specially attack the Barda city, guys? Ayhan, what do you think? Why did they especially choose to attack Barda?
Because Barda was richest.
richest and flourishing city, yes. So it was the
Before?
mother of Iran.
I
Oscar?
didn't do number 12, but I know the answer.
I put
Ah,
number 4 for 12.
Yeah, it's not correct actually. It should be 9. Question number 9.
Yeah, for 9, that's 12, I put 4.
Okay, Malach, what do you think? The one of these options is not about the reasons slaves especially attacked Barda. The first one is correct, yes, but that was the most flourishing city. But what about second one?
No.
Is it correct?
No.
Why they wanted to create their own state in Azerbaijan, making the Barda the capital city of the
It said the Bible wanted to make a new state. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, Barda was Barda located on the coast of Caspian Sea?
Yes, it was.
No,
Actually,
it
it wasn't. Baku was, but it wasn't.
Yes, Barda was located in the center of the Azerbaijan. If you remember, I explained that why how Slavics attacks to the Barda, because it wasn't located on the Caspian Sea by means of Chur River, yes, and Araz River. Okay, that's all. Barda was a trade center, so they could get wealth. It's also correct. The answer is 3 because Barda wasn't located on the coast of Caspian Sea, actually. Okay, that's all for today, guys. I'll share the crossword. Can you please do at home if you have time?
Yes.
Let me share crossword with you and crossword Slavics. Okay. Do you have any question?
No.
Okay, I hope you learned new topic because guys, if you have time, please, before the class looks through my presentation, I will ask question from the previous lesson, okay? Because history is a subject. It's really, even as a teacher, I forget something. You need to look through material sometimes. It's not compulsory, but it's highly recommended to look through material sometimes to memorize them, actually, to remember them, not memorize, but okay. I shared my presentation and as well as crossword. Okay, that's all for today. If you don't have any question, and let's meet another week. And okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.